Hey guys, Peyton Snabeck here again for another DVD and Blu-ray update for you guys this week. It's been about 2 weeks since my last one. Got a nice big old stack here for you guys. 17 movies, along with, we got 7 DVDs and 10 Blu-rays. One of them being from Vestron Video, one of them being from Synapse Films, and one of them being a Region B Locked. So, anyway guys, let's get started, shall we? Alright, so the first one here I got, this is one, for some reason I never seen this one until just recently. You know, I had the first two on VHS. You know, I watched the first one so many times, and, you know, and I used to not really like the second one, but I actually kind of like it a little bit better than how I used to. But this is actually the third movie in the series. This is Basket Case 3, the Progeny, I think that's how you say it, on Blu-ray. This is from Synapse Films. The only feature you get on here is just the theatrical trailer, and that's it. You do, however, get reversible artwork right there. But this one right here is technically, it's kind of like a continue. It starts off basically right where the second one left off, which was it kind of like started off where you know, Dwayne Bradley, he has his, you know, brother, got it sewed back up on his side again, and, I think it was like a couple months later, you know, because, you know, in the second one, he was staying with a lady, who was, like, taking care of, like, monsters who are, like, grotesque looking, and she ended up taking him and Belial in, this is, like, a couple months later, and, you know, Dwayne Bradley is now, I think he was like, what happened? He was like locked up in like some kind of institution-like thing for like a couple months, and, but what ends up happening is, you know, Belial ends up, you know, becoming a father to this other, creature, and the creature ends up having, you know, 12 babies, which, you know, and the babies look like Belial. This one was kind of very, very strange. But, yeah, this is the one when he has babies. And, you know, I actually do like all these, like, you know, Basket Case movies. They're just really fun, weird, strange movies to watch. But, yeah, that is Basket Case 3 on Blu-ray. Alright, the next one here I got. Now, for some reason, I don't understand. The first two have digitals. But this one doesn't have a digital copy of this, surprisingly. I don't understand why. I don't know if it's the fact that, because it was originally for a Paramount Plus, because the movie, this was going to go into theaters, but, you know, some movies, like, you know, like the Witches remake, that was going to go into theaters, but HBO Max had the rights to it, and what was another one? Did the same thing. I think Bad Trip was going to come out, but it was Netflix. Woman in the Window, and this one is for Paramount Plus. But this is, you know, the third SpongeBob movie in the series, the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, here on Blu-ray. And, you know, I've always been a big fan of the first movie. You know, I've always been a big fan of the show, too. And, you know, I actually really, really like this one. You know, the second one, the last one they did, it was okay. I mean, but really on that one, the second one was kind of like them going out of the water. It's kind of like CGI-ish, and it was kind of like them in like, what do you call it, live action form. But you had to wait at least 1 hour for that to happen, basically. But this one, I actually like this one, because it was kind of similar. It kind of felt to me like the first movie, you know, in a sort of a way. But this one is basically about, you know, Gary ends up getting kidnapped by, I think, was it King Neptune or something? Or King Poseidon, something like that. He's like a king, and his face is like falling apart, because like and the only way to get his face to look perfect is like snail slime, and Gary ends up being the only snail left on Bikini Bottom. That's why he ends up getting stolen. And it's, you know, SpongeBob and Patrick. It's them, you know, going to this town, or to the lost city of Atlantic City, to get Gary back, you know, from this king, and That's basically what it is exactly. You know, on this Blu-ray right here, you, get the mini movie, the Camp Coral, which is now available for Paramount Plus, which I haven't watched that one yet, so I don't know if that one is worth watching. You get deleted scenes, you get single-on music videos, arts and crafts, and many more. But yeah, but that is SpongeBob Part 3 here on Blu-ray. Absolutely thought this one was cool. It's a shame, too, like I said, it didn't come with a digital code or anything, but, you know, at least it got the Blu-ray treatment, so... Okay, the next one here, this one's from Vestron Video. Lately they've been releasing Vestron videos with the digital codes, and I kind of like how they're doing that now. And these ones, you're finding them in Walmart now. I thought this one was okay. This one I might sell. I mean, Charlie Sheen, I never really mind his acting. You know, I mean, I know it's a shame that he's into what he's into, but you know, this is a movie called The Wraith here on Blu-ray. This was kind of, I think, from what I remember, it was kind of like about this mysterious person that was like killing like bad guys or something like that. But on this Blu-ray right here, you get audio commentary. You get 2 of them. You get some interviews. You get a featurette of the filming locations then and now. Alternate title sequence, still gallery, theatrical trailer, and TV spots. Yeah, but that is The Wraith here on Blu-ray. Okay, the next one here I got, this came out last week, and you know, when it comes to this one, I actually like this one a little bit better than the first one. I mean, I like the first one, but, I don't know, for some reason, there was times where I was, like, a little bit bored with it, and sometimes when I was kind of interested in it, but this one, for some reason, I kind of liked way better. I was able to see this one in theaters. This was A Quiet Place Part 2 here on Blu-ray. And, you know, what's crazy now, you know, some movies are coming out from Paramount. This only has the Blu-ray and digital, and they did the same thing with the movie Spell that came out a couple months ago with Loretta Devine. This movie right here, like, if you haven't seen, like, you know, the first one, basically you have to watch the first one to see this, because, basically this movie right here, it kind of, like, starts off right where the first one ended off. But if you haven't seen them, like, the first one was kind of like about, there's kind of like this monster, like out there, and basically it's one of those monsters that has very good hearing, and if you make any kind of, like, noise, the monster will come out. And it was kind of like this family trying to figure out how to survive, and, you know, they do, like, a bunch of sign languages, because the one girl, Millicent Simmons in real life is actually, you know, deaf. You know, and they do, like, all these kind of, like, signals. The first one was actually kind of decent, though. But this one, what I really liked about this one, because the way it really started off, it kind of, like, started off right when the monsters first came into the Earth, like, when the attacks, like, happened in the pandemic thing. And then after that, it cuts off right where the first one left it off, with the family. You know, they come across Cillian, what's his name? Cillian Murphy? Yep, Cillian Murphy's character. And, you know, he's kind of like trying to hunt the monsters down as well. And, you know, Millicent Simmons' character has this idea, like, how she can try to, like, stop these monsters and try to kill them all, basically. But not going to ruin it, but from the ending of this one, you already know there's definitely going to be a third one. Or maybe a franchise, I really don't know. But I actually did like this one a lot. But on here, though, you get an exclusive Director Diaries with John Krasinski, because, you know, he acted and he was also the director in this movie as well. I think you get some deleted scenes, behind the scenes, and, you know, pretty decent, good special features on this one. But definitely check this one out if you guys are a big fan. Alright, the next one here I got, this is one I found at the flea market. I did like two flea market hauls I did for you guys. This is one of the ones I found. And, you know, I remember actually really liking this show. I remember, you know, they actually did one for that Waffle Pone YouTuber, the greatest freak out ever thing. but this is called TOSH.O Hoodies. This is supposed to be, the volume 1. It was a show that came on Comedy Central. I think it ended last year, if I'm not mistaken. He's basically a comedic, like, he basically, like, brings, like, YouTubers onto the show and does, like, reenactments, like there was the one where the guy, who was putting himself inside this balloon and trying to get himself out of it, like, a bunch of weird, like, crazy shit, but I actually do like the show a lot. It's a shame they didn't release many of these, like, sets on Blu-ray, and I think there's like maybe like 3 Blu-ray sets and maybe 2 other DVD sets. I'm not sure how many they released, but I know they didn't release all of them out on physical media. Yeah, that is TOSH.O on Blu-ray. All right, now this next one right here, this is one I absolutely love. Like, I don't usually, not really a big fan of these kind of movies that much, but I for some reason really love this one. I remember seeing this one in theaters. Thought it was awesome. I remember the McDonald's toys, they used to come out, and I remember the books came out. But this is called the SPIDERWICK Chronicles here on Blu-ray. And what's very cool is someone I've talked to who's on Goosebumps is in this one, but he's in it for like 10 seconds. And his name is Todd Fennell. But I actually talked to him on a cameo call about a month ago. He was a very cool guy. He even, followed me on Instagram, very cool guy. And I think he was also in Are You Afraid of the Dark? But this movie right here is basically, it has Freddie Highmore, him and his twin brother, because, he plays a twin in this one as well, and the girl, Sarah Bulger, who was in that one Blumhouse movie, what was that called? I think it was The Lazarus Effect. But it's them, they move to this house, and basically there's something inside the house, and they end up finding, like, this secret room, and the room kind of leads to, like, this basement, and, Freddie Highmore's character, the Jared character, ends up finding this book, and there's, like, a warning said, do not read this book, but he ends up reading it anyway, and from that's when all these goblins and monsters and, like, all these creatures come to life and stuff, and it's like him and the siblings, it's them trying to figure out how they're gonna stop them and, like, how find a way to, like, kill them and all that stuff. But I've always really liked this one. I've always hoped one day maybe they would do, like, a sequel to this, but I don't know if it'll ever happen. Maybe one day, I don't know, but I've always really liked this one. But if you haven't seen this one, I highly recommend this one, because I've always really been a big fan of this one. Okay, so these last 4 right here, these are ones I'm going to probably sell. Alright, this next one right here, I hear this one was out of print, but I found it at a Dollar Tree, and it's not really worth that much. It was probably maybe, like, worth, like, $20 only, which, to me, it's not really considered out of print if it's like that. If it's, like, maybe over, like, $40, 40 or over, maybe, like, $36, maybe, something like that. Maybe I consider it out of print. But this is the movie with Sylvester Stallone in it, called Driven, here on Blu-ray. This one right here, I know it stars Brandon Lee. I think this was his last movie before his death. I think it was it? Yes, it was. It says, yeah, this was, and this was at the time where, Lionsgate movies and Miramax movies are, Paramount is owning the rights to them now. And stuff from Echo Bridge, they're owning the rights to now. That is the movie The Crow here on Blu-ray. Because I know, too, the new Scream movie that's coming out in January, Paramount's putting that out. Because I know it was Lionsgate, and I know Scream 4, Anchor Bay put that one out, and Lionsgate put out, and Dimension Films put out the first 3. Alright, here's one right here. I wanted to check this out because I hear these movies are nothing but crazy and stupid. I love Tara Reid. I know Tara Reid was going. She was going to do a live on Cameo yesterday, but I think she ended up canceling anyway, but I couldn't do it. She was $100 for 2 minutes. I had to pass on that. I would love to talk to her sometime. But this is a movie with John Hurt as well, from the father from Home Alone, who had passed away a couple years ago. Sharknado on Blu-ray. Basically, it's about this tornado that has sharks in it. That's pretty much what it is. Crazy fucking movie, but yeah. And the last one I'm getting rid of. This one, surprisingly, I found this one at a Dollar Tree in a steelbook. I have another steelbook from Dollar Tree as well. I'm gonna try to check out probably in the near future. This is the Green Lantern here on Blu-ray on steelbook. There, no imagery on the inside, just the Blu-ray itself. Got an image right here on the back. Yep, but that's it for the Blu-rays. Okay, so now on to the DVD. So the first one on DVD I have, just so that people are aware, this one's actually a Region 2 lock, so you have to have that Region free DVD player that I bought. But, you know, I reviewed the first season in the last update, so now I'm going to be reviewing Goosebumps Season 2 here on DVD from the UK. Like I said, this is actually Region 2 locked. But everyone knows this show, you know. This was the show, anthology kids show about these certain stories based off, you know, the R.L. Stine books. And to afford this set here, I do love the inside of this case, and I do love the disc card on here. But the episodes you get on here is Be Careful What You Wish For, Attack of the Mutant Parts 1 and 2. We got Bad Hair Day, The Headless Ghost, Go Eat Worms, which that episode has a very good friend of mine named Kristen Farley. Definitely check her out if you guys haven't. Yeah, you know, she's also does the voice of Little Bear from Little Bear and Total Drama Island. And we got You Can't Scare Me, Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes, Ghost Beach, Attack of the Jack-O'-Lanterns, The Haunted Mask 2. Got Let's Get Invisible, The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, Monster Blood, More Monster Blood, Vampire Breath, How to Kill a Monster, Calling All Creeps, Welcome to Dead House, Don't Wake Mummy, The Blob That Ate Everyone, and Night of the Living Dummy 3. So yeah, that is Goosebumps Season 2 here on DVD. Alright, now this one right here, I had this for a year, and it came out last year, so I just finally finished it. This was a show I remember watching early in the morning when I wake up to go to school. And I'm actually surprised that it's lasted for almost 25 years, and I did hear, unfortunately, the show is ending this year with its final season, so I'm pretty sad about that. But I know every good show has to end sooner or later. But it's amazing how the show lasted for so long. But it was, you know, the show Arthur, The Ultimate Friendship Collection here on DVD. This has like 48 episodes, and it's a 3-disc set, so each DVD has 16 episodes. Unfortunately, for some reason, it doesn't say like all the episodes that there is, so which is kind of like the only thing I'm kind of disappointed about. But other than that, though, I really liked how they released a set like this with a lot of episodes. I like how, you know, PBS does that. You know, they've done it a lot with the Mr. Rogers DVDs. I really hope one day they do it with the what's it called, the Reading Rainbow DVDs. I really hope that they release more Arthur sets like this. But yeah, that is Arthur here on DVD. All right, this one right here, I just showed to you guys in an unboxing video. This is one I found at a Salvation Army. And, you know, rewatching some of the stuff on here doesn't hold up as much, but I still like it. But it was kind of like that. It was kind of like in one of those kind of like DVDs that you saw at Dollar Tree back in the day, in those skinny like cases. But it was Casper here on DVD, and it has like the 2 Casper cartoons and the one cartoon that had like a Porky Pig, him trying to like get rid of this cat. I remember back in the day, the cat was like kept messing with him and kept doing like singing, doing all these noises. I remember that one. But I still like this, even though it really doesn't hold up as much. I mean, it's still cool, though. I mean, there's a lot of other, like, little shows on here that you get. But I just only, like, I only just watch the ones I just remember the most. And these last 4 right here, these are ones I'm going to sell. So we got the first 3, these ones were from Dollar Tree. Like, this one right here is, you know, The Usual Suspects on a DVD. I remember they spoofed this movie on the first Scary Movie. It was kind of like about this this boat that ends up getting set on fire, and these people were murdered, and they're basically interrogating the usual suspects. That's what it is, basically. This one right here, it was more of like a horror comedy, kind of like Friday the 13th mixed with maybe the Camp Blood movies, maybe. This was a movie called You Might Be the Killer here on DVD. I honestly thought it was going to be like your normal, like, campy slasher movie. I thought it was alright. It was kind of like about this killer is after this guy and calls this girl, who's like his friend or something, and she ends up giving him tips on how to survive the serial killings. Now, this one right here, the only reason I got this one was because, you know, Cool Dude, or Sean C. Phillips, is in this, and I love to support that guy, but it's a, you know, Predator world. It's actually a really low-budget, CGI, like, weird movie. He's kind of like playing like the boss in this movie. This is from Wild Eye Releasing, so. And the last one here I got, this is one I found at the Salvation Army last year. This is from Mill Creek Entertainment. This is a show called Liberty's Kids, the complete series, here on DVD. It was kind of like one of those shows where it was like teaching like about like it had like episodes like about the Boston Tea Party. It had like ones like about Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln. I think the show came on back in, I think, on PBS as well. I'm not quite sure exactly, but, you know, I remember I used to watch the show in school back in the day. I mean, it doesn't hold up as much, though, but, I mean, there was some cool episodes on here to look back on. But yep, that's that. And that is it for this DVD and Blu-ray update. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on Sunday for the Don't Breathe 2 review.